Today, I thought it'd be fun if we react to my first ever beat. I'm going to compare it to my most recent beat. I'm going to do a breakdown of the most recent beat first without spoiling it. We'll listen to the old beat and then we'll compare it to the new. So I'm going to quickly try to break down this beat without spoiling much of it. So I really wanted the majority of this beat to be a vocal beat. So I have this little pattern going on here where I have some tension notes, as you can see, going from one right to the other. But I also have a note here to just sort of fill up this empty gap of this note here. Which also acts as a tension note as well. So it's like a little double tension note. Here's what each one sounds like on their own. Altogether, you get. I then wanted to layer this vocal with another vocal that's deeper and sort of like an orchestra style. Here's each note. All together. I then layered that pattern again with a smooth sub, lowered it a couple of octaves because I wanted to have some more depth to that exact pattern. I then added a pad, and now I'm going to break down this chord progression for you. First we started with a major 7th, then we duplicated it over, simply lowered the top note by 1, duplicated all that over again, dropped the second note by a whole octave, and then to spice things up on the second half of the chord progression, just simply lower these two notes by 1. Altogether, this is what you get. We then added a very subtle continuous bell in the background to fill up any space. And finally, in the melody, you'll notice that for 2 bars here, there's just a long continuous stretch of notes. So I added a string to fill up that space. This is what the string sounds like. The drums are very basic, so I'm not too worried about spoiling that too early. So I'm just going to show you how that sounds, and I'll just break down each one really quickly. The snare is just a very basic snare pattern. The hi-hat was a simple 2-step pattern where we lowered the velocity of every other note, removing notes to emphasize the snare a lot more, and adding some rolls to emphasize the melody and other aspects of the drums. For example, I'm going to play the first half. It really makes the snare stand out. Next we have the snap, just filling in little gaps. Here we have an open hat singled out on its own. It's overlaying a hi-hat roll to make it stand out a lot more. And on the other end, we have 2 open hats just to spice things up a little bit. We have a simple 808 layering the kick pattern. I made the 808 very subtle because we do have a smooth sub in our melody. I just wanted to help make the kick stand out a little bit more. And to top it all off, to drop each hook, we have a crash. So I have the beat right here. I just overlaid a picture of a trash can and dragged the audio file in. I didn't listen to it yet, or at least I haven't listened to it in years, so we'll hear how it sounds. It's fucking horrible. I really thought I was doing something with that switch up. Now here's the preview to the new one.